pressure's tough to deal with, but it's like, I just realized that they have to. Look, I can relate to that because I have that in me too. With I started late in 40, right? Yeah. And I've always known that, I'm always aware of like that grips, you know, and depth grips, and I have good grips, and I do a lot with my grips, especially in the deep. And so I'm always hyper aware of that. To not allow myself to just do depth grips, right? Like to let grip fighting and flowing and all that. And it's like a conscious effort. If that's part of who you are, as part of how you're wired, you've gotta be aware of that and work through that. But you gotta do that on your own. You gotta come to that realization. And mine isn't there yet.
Yeah. I was thinking, unless you want to go over something, I was going to ask you if you wanted to try from side control to back kicks for you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, whatever you want. I'm here to get
We'll start warming up, but then what I'm thinking is for you, because you're so dominant from the top and side and the head and arm, that you could just overhook the head and sit them up. And Sam does that a lot in the key.
He does.
So, do you already do that?
Yeah, here's the deal. Okay, so we're in side control?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're already dominant.
Yeah, you like to do, I am dominant. You're like sit them up like this.
So here you're going to get my arm, but what I'm saying is allow me to sit up and then take it back.
Yeah. So here's the thing with the back, right? I have bad thumbs. Right? I have really bad thumbs.
Okay.
And so when you grab and fight, right? The thumb pressure, like if you grab it
just grabbing the thumb
over the top,
right?
Like that. Okay, I'm not going to be able to fight through that. I have to let go. Now just hang on, right? So then you grab, right? So what happens? Here's what normally happens: is if I actually get something, I can do it, right? I mean, I know the back, right? But what will happen is guys who are experienced like you, like a lot of guys, will are really good. They'll kick the foot up, right? And get their back down, or on the opposite side, right? So I just turn it into it now, right? So that's what I do is like if I get the back, the guy will. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. Like I can do foot on hips, and I can play with this a little bit. It's a lot of energy. Try to hold on to a guy, right, and dealing with my thumbs, who's really good and experienced at getting their back to the mat, right? So I just turn it into it now.
What about a collar tie? You know what a collar tie is from the back? Where it says using your thumbs, and it's another. So I know the key to it, but collar tie, it should be rotating that way to the camera. So where you want to actually, instead of shooting for seatbelts, you're going.
Oh yeah, help the shoulder.
I'm exaggerating because I'm shorter. But
that's fine.
This is where I'm trying to get to. And with this hand, not to hurt your hand, but I'm trying to get this, what we call a 5-0 grip, but I'm trying to get the meaty portion of your right on your knuckle here. So I'm using these grips.
It sounds like that to me too, because it helps you try to
Right. So if you're thinking of this grip, I'm here, and if you do a tricep extension, it's harder for me to keep.
That's right.
Right? So if I compromise your elbow,
much more.
And I'm not even going to increase my grip when you just tricep extend down again.
Yeah.
You can just feel the difference.
I can. Sam does that. Sam's very good at that.
So if you can, and I don't know if this is going to help for you,
maybe,
but it's instead of like going to seatbelt where you use your thumbs, grabbing this little movement.
Instead of over the shoulder?
But like let's just say you're fighting, right? And this is all you get. But if you get this, then can you walk your fingers?
Yeah, I see. I haven't tried that.
Obviously you're shooting for this.
Yeah.
But we always fail at this Sparta.
Yeah.
But just so that I know that you're experienced, I'm going to go here to control. I'm not using my thumb.
Yeah. I haven't, and then you walk your hand up.
And then what you start doing is getting your chin, you get these little swing up, nudging.
Yeah,
so you're not even worried about this hand because you're like, oh, he's not doing anything. You start pushing down on this, whatever you want, push it on that.
Yeah.
So you start tricep extending here. It doesn't give you anything. It doesn't prevent anything here. So with this, you're worried about my hand, but then I'm actually just bringing this up.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And then, once you get...
What are you calling this?
This is the collar tie. Collar tie. So I'm getting this, but once I get here, if I'm really fighting, it doesn't matter if I have hooks or not, usually you're going to tuck your chin
Yeah.
right?
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
try.
fight. It's almost, once I get this
It's terrible.
Yeah, no, I know it's not terrible. So I'm trying to be loose enough.
No,
just so
you're
you
fine,
can
you're
feel
fine,
it.
you're not.
But even if you bury your chin, let's bury the chin in it. Like, a
Yeah,
real
you
experienced
can
person,
you can pop the TMJ,
John,
yeah.
we could do this. I'm gonna bring this hand out, which you think you don't need to, but you're gonna bring this out. I'm gonna use the palm of my hand. I'm not
Are
hitting
you doing the thing like this?
Watch, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pop this,
Uh-huh.
and I'm opening this hand simultaneously.
Yeah.
Look how it comes under the jaw, but let's just say you're still buried in there.
Mhm.
Because I entered this more,
Yeah.
so
I'm good with that, the forehead thing.
I'm still doing
I do that all the time. I do that all the time. When guys do tuck their chin, especially in gi,
Yeah.
right, and their chin's bare, like, I'll just do that.
Yeah. But if we just work on that little, the nogi, so can you just use your fingers? Just your fingers, yeah, not the thumb. So you can feel that little tendon where,
Yeah.
dude, you're so powerful here with this.
Yeah.
And then once you get in that position and you start moving your forehead forward, right here, look at that. You can get a short choke.
I like this one. Where you
Yeah,
drop it down the back.
for sure. But let's just say here I'm being stubborn, and I'm here, and I'm fighting good. I want to get this. So now, boom, bring this hand out, pop the back of my shoulder, and open, boom, at the same time. Boom. Beautiful. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your chest to back is connected. Your head is in the right position for the temple, right about back on my ear. I can't posture up.
Yeah, just here.
So here, what I want you to do is use this one to sit me up. You're actually just, yeah. Sam does this all the time in the gi. Boom, and now I'm fighting. And I don't even realize how effective this grip is here.
I've not been shown that before.
Yeah. So obviously we don't want to hurt your thumb, so if they start grabbing your
that's
thumb.
fine.
But here, I can't even really get to your thumb.
No.
So here, I'm gonna try to defend. Yes! Dude, that's gonna be money for you because people are expecting this that side control. But once you just get over here,
That's gonna be good for me.
boom. Because all you're doing is these little monkey grips, these little
Yeah.
messy grips. It's the hardest thing to try to get around this. Everybody wants to do it. Sometimes you don't really know as much. In the gi, obviously I know you do because you're pressing right here.
Yeah.
Are you still pushing down your thumb? in the gi?
No, I can't.
It's just all this, right?
Yeah. My thumbs are so fucked.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Because I was
They
thinking,
all are injured.
I was thinking about,
You have shoulders. We all have shoulders.
I was thinking about how you're always so good right there at the side control, just giving you other avenues of approach. So when you start going to that back, they're gonna probably start.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I should do the back takes more. I should, and I know that I should, and I'm aware that I should. And here's what happens in my brain: is I'll work myself into now. Okay, eventually, right? And that's where I wound up in a back take anyway. Right, as we get here, and guys just go right to the back, right? So I just go right to mount. I don't fight it, right? It burns a lot of energy, and so I don't, like guys who are experienced fighting from the back day in, day out, right? It just seems like a big fight. So I just go right to mount, which is where I would have been anyway.
Yeah. I get it.
Here.
Well, I go, instead of mount, I go to crucifix.
So somebody, right, you wind up taking it back and you got the seat belt, right? And you guys, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, it seems like you're burning a lot of energy
Chase the back.
to maintain the right it seems like there's so much energy burned to stay there, to fight the guy escaping. And like right now, it's like where's the submission? Right? So I just turn it into mount to put the pressure back on top of him, right? And use all the other forces.
You consider this.
Yeah, Sam does that to me all the time, right? So that is good, and I do use that. I do use that, especially in drills. Like, all right, so when I go up to monastery, they like to do drills. Like, so or something, you know, take it back. And so, when we're doing drills, and I'm trying to keep, and the goal is to escape, and then start over.
Yeah.
So then I'm trying to fight to maintain. Then I'll do that. But what I haven't done is done that, which is something I can tell that
It's a frustrating control that you have.
see, I did that thing with this thing here, bothered the shit out of me.
Find over it there. It's hard to get out of, and it's easy for you to exploit. You get here. Yeah, I want you to feel the difference. All you're really doing
Yeah,
is,
no, yeah.
so you don't even have to use any muscular tension here. You're just preventing it from going down. All you're doing is looking at, I'm stuck. If I start going here, let's say I
Oh,
go
you're going to the choke side, right?
yeah, let's just say I go this way. I want you to think of getting my elbow up and can you get your heel into my elbow pit? Like in this heel. Your heel stomping up and into my elbow. And
My
stomping-
knee or my
No,
heel? I can't get my heel there.
So let's rotate this way. And let's now try to get the heel up. You're gonna step up into this.
Oh, like over?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're saying now.
So here, let's just have it. And now,
Yeah.
hide that foot behind. Hide this foot behind. There you go.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I feel like I gave you a bunch of space here, though.
Well, where am I gonna go? I'm stuck.
Yeah, there we go.
See what I'm
I
saying?
gotta get that elbow there.
And you can do the one-handed choke. Get your head back on this side. Like that. So you can start transitioning different back controls. Fighting. Ooh, no way.
That's right.
Yep. And you don't even have to you can just go here with one hand. Keep this, trap this, hide this foot, and do what with this hand. You take foot out. You can use it if you want, and you're ready. You can feel the control.
Yeah. That's a good sequence, bro. That's a
Now, you
good
going
sequence.
up to here, you're releasing the choke. Staying here, you're good. Pull that arm out. You can even pull that elbow in if you want
Yeah, I was doing that.
to. You go to short choke.
Short choke is my favorite.
But
This
you're-
one, I felt that was
Your chest didn't ever break contact from my spine. It was mine.
yeah, that first time I said, I feel there's too much space. That's the set. That's like when that breaks. Right? So that's.
So what you can do when you have that foot, if you hide the foot, I'll do it so you can feel it. You can flare the knee out and then you get it back on something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I do. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You get this here. So start escaping. Flare the knee and let me run.
Oh, you can actually take it.
Yes. You flare the knee, which makes you want to move the arm so the arm lock. Now get your left arm out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some back. Feel me feel it there.
Yeah, so I'll switch it. I'll just go this side like this. You relax. I'm trying to hide my foot behind me. This sucks. So as I start moving,
I'm gonna tap.
you know what I mean? I'm not really losing it because I still have it. Your back is pinned from my hip to my shoulder.
Yeah, that's good.
I know
This is where I actually get captured very most is back takes. Back chokes, lookout chokes, and
So everybody's gonna fight up here. This is where you sneakily weave under. Boom, grab my. You don't even have to move this. Watch your thumb here. Let's hook this thumb in so it's safe, right? So now look, you just sneakily got in the position you want. And even, as much as I squirm, all you gotta do is maintain the position. Tuck your chin in. There you go. Where am I going? Walk this hand. Yes, tuck your head. Crunch. That crunch is money. Now all my weight on this elbow, I'm trapped, and your crunching made my chin go over your fist, over your floor. It's such a surprise choke. Regular. Dude, you got it. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. It is.
It's almost like you're doing less effort.
Yeah, you
more
are.
control.
I like that.
Because I felt like you were really kind of holding on to me the first few times, and this time you kind of relaxed. Once you realized you could pull your hand out,
Yeah.
you tucked your chin and crunched. I was like, oh.
So here we are here. Okay, and now you're going to try to go to your this shoulder. Right?
I want to go to the shoulder, but your head's preventing me.
So try, just try. So we go here like this, right?
Yep.
Well, this here is bad.
I'm stuck.
As long as I keep my head on your head here,
Yes.
you can actually be on that side, and it's going to be rough.
I want you to crunch. So as long as your head is in the right position, you can crunch. Instead of extending, crunch.
Yeah, so if the guy throws himself to the underhook side, throws himself to the underhook side. Right, so you throw yourself to that side.
Right here. You can, again, if I'm trying to tuck under here, keep this meat hook, your thumb in, careful with your thumb, right?
Yeah.
As I start bringing this flare your knee out, bring your hand up over my shoulder, and extend the knee that way. Hold on. Just get this position. Grab my shoulder, and instead of pulling up with your right hand, I want you to flare your knee down towards that. There you go. Look at that. So now you're extending the opening me up.
So that's flaring the knee.
That way. Yes. It opens up my chest.
That keeps you from getting your back to the floor.
Now extend this knee. Not the foot, the knee. The foot, yeah. So this is only hooking here.
Yeah.
You don't even have to move anything. All you're doing is hooking here. By you pulling my arm, you're forcing my neck into your arm. So this is just an anchor with a hook, like almost like an umbrella hook, umbrella key.
And this is trap.
This is trap. No. Get that. Just by you flaring the knee, not the foot, it's extending my body that way into a choke.
That's going to change my game forever.
I want to help everybody.
Yeah, no, that's good. I need all the help. I need as much help as anybody.
Yes.
It never goes away.
It's so nice to hear.
Yeah, no, totally. You gotta have the. You can never allow yourself to stop. I'm always thinking to myself, like, my belt is black, and I realize that, yeah, I'm a black belt. But the truth is, my state of mind. You know, like everybody searches for that black belt, and it's the goal right when you start, and black belts, and I remember that journey a lot. But really, once you arrive, it can't be about having the black belt. It always has to be about getting better at improving yourself, right? No matter where you're at in your journey, or how many long you've been doing it, or how much success you have, it's always about how can I get better? What can I learn to get better? Self-analysis is one of the greatest tools, like looking in the mirror and not lying to yourself. Like self-analysis of where's my problem. Most of the time at this level, it ends up being you're your own problem.
Well, they say that keeping a white belt mentality would always be humble, and you don't start. It's not finished at black belt. You just start.
Yeah, totally.
They always say that.
And you got to get better. And I think the real journey of learning as a black belt is when you're able to be better at the self-analysis, better at seeking out the right constructive criticisms, right, that you need to help. Like you got to identify where you're stuck at, to identify where your issues are, to identify what your hang-ups are. And then just actively seek out, to fix that. To not ever get complacent with where you're at and thinking that you're all that. To always be searching. And so then that's how, for me, where I've hit these limitations now just due to age, right? And not taking care of myself the way I should. But a lot of it does have to do with age. I mean, right? You're coming up on 60 like a freight train. You can't do anything about some of that, right? So then it doesn't become about when can I match Tanner's strength for strength?
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a lost cause. You know what I mean? He's got me by 40 pounds, and he's an animal. So I don't worry about that. Or Sam, he's an animal. I'm never going to be as strong as Sam or Seth or Tanner or guys at the gym down in Sam. I'm not going to have their strength, right? So I stopped trying to compete against those other people's strengths and more about focusing on how do I make myself better than I was yesterday, right? That's kind of like my speech I tell everybody, especially all the white belts and blue belts that, you know, that ask me how to show them stuff. But is the focus on improving yourself, right? So, I think that gives me something to actively shoot for on the back rather than just allowing them, like, a lot of times I can tell they're a little bit surprised at the lack of resistance. But what I'm doing is it's almost I'm using that momentum to help.
To get to them, yeah.
Right? I almost help them go with it, right? Help them go with it and just switch the hips to mount. And so I have a lot of success with that.
That's what Tanner says. He tells us here, let them have an opening to exit so they can go where you want. That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but that gives me, I'll always have that as part of my arsenal because I've been doing it for a decade. So, but that gives me something to shoot for with back control and submission, right? And I like that. I have not been shown that before, so that's great. Especially that armpit.
So it's funny, because Hip Fight has an intro and it's not the original name, I'm sure. They just call it a name. But it's a visualization. So you think of a bunch of stoners and you're like, it's like a name. But it is definitely a name. I mean, if you have a tendon,
Yeah.
and if they got pecs, even better.
Yeah.
Just like grabbing a lap from the back. So with you, I think for you, if you transition from side control to the head and arm triangle, and then you just surprise them. Head and arm triangle, just sit them up. And now you got that back control. You know what I mean? So I'm going to teach you side control. Just do it. And I know how you can get this when you want, right? But instead of like this really hard pressure, all you're going to do is bring in your right knee, right knee, post up, grab the head, and as I sit you up, I'm swinging right over the hand.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're going to start fighting to get out of it. Boom, boom. I probably have to just 2-on-1. Boom. And I'm here.
This sucks.
So even though I don't have a good back to chest connection, and now we're fighting. This is the fight where we're at. That's what I was thinking for you. Just because no one expects you to sit them up. So almost hooking the head and then swiveling my knee over so you're doing a head on. Yeah, right? Position. Yes. I start fighting. Get this hand. Boom. And I think I'm getting out. You come over my shoulder. Come over my shoulder with this hand. Or, yeah, even better. Look at that. Flare the knee. I can't even tap with my hands.
Yeah, sometimes switching the over under.
You're going to have it.
I get caught. That's an example. That's like a lot of times when I'll get caught.
Yeah.
Is when they do a quick switch.
Yeah.
Right? I switch it.
Yep.
Switch it.
Does nothing for me. Yeah. Like it. Just head on. Fucking up. Put this one over my neck. So I know you set this one up, but get this one under my neck. The hand, just see that over. Now you get this collar on the back of my neck. Now you can sit down the back. See what I mean? Right there. That little handle. Fighting. What you're gonna find yourself, because you're so used to trapping my arm, is you have to let me get this arm out. Because if you try to do it with my arm stuck, you have an arm bar, which is fine, but you're gonna miss it. This moves away. But here, right, it feels so probably wouldn't with us grip.
Yeah. So then I think I'm done. Sitting up. Yeah, that's probably more like that's what I'm moving. Boom. I'm framing, insert. And so framing and sitting up right to that position. That's money for you right there. That feels like that's there. Right slicer. And I think get now.
You're gonna start seeing it everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do that, I just jerk you out. Why do you do that? So like, I'm only doing this.
Yeah.
But now I can use that.
That script is good for you.
Yeah,
You're using that as a arm right?
yeah, if this stays in here, I can do it this way.
Hell yeah, bro. You got control?
Yeah.
You can breathe. You can catch your breath. Let me squirm. Let me cook there. There's no need for you to rush right there.
Yeah. And I always have that.
With
Your
your
is holding it right, but you always have that.
double grip, yeah, but I think the reason you're not always seeing it is because you forget this and this. But then once you reinforce that short stroke, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, that's good. And it is. It's good.
I'm giving you enough resistance so you can just control me. And if I do go this way, try to learn. If I go this way, you just extend, reposition.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Crunch, bit of crunch. Yeah.
I felt you starting to extend your spine. I want you to get crunchy and pushing your forehead over. So, just the difference in the shoulder music. I'm here, and I kind of this. I was feeling this.
Yeah.
I want to feel, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Slight difference,
It's a big difference.
quicker finish.
It's a big difference.
Quicker finish.
It's a big difference.
Even that is money, dude. Where am I going?
I figure, right? Like, I can drive any you and do it.
Yeah, all right. And it's a surprise because they expect you to still adjust.
Yeah.
Understand? But the moment you crunch down and your forehead moves, that little chin movement gets my C5 and I'm choked.
Terrible.
Dude, that's money.
All right.
I like it. I like it for you. Well, I could at least try to show you something.
No, we can't. Look, there's lots and lots and lots. We could spend every day, 2 hours a day on just leg entanglement stuff, and it would be all, I would never run out of, it's all of that is, we can always do that, always. That'll always be there.
What I'm seeing,
That totally
yeah.
is evolving constantly, right? That's a never ending, that leg entanglement stuff is never ending, and that's where the no-gi has gone with the submissions. It's so hard to stop, right?
What I'm seeing with you when I watch you roll, what I see, you're constantly on your active toes. You're constantly using your driving pressure. It's easy to understand why when I feel the roll with you, it's constant pressure. It's because you're constantly driving the diagonal vice into the body. You're never allowing the ground to carry you. You're putting your weight on your opponent, and you're shooting at an angle where I see your toes. You're so flared out, your toes are bent from the years of you putting pressure in the gym. And I see your hands, you're driving them, but you're not being a dick, you're not using all muscle because you are strong, but you're using this angle in your toes up. I'm like, holy crap. So I'm trying to get that when I see some of the females work.
Yeah.
They're just on their knees. Or they're on their hips and they're trying to be inside control. I'm like, oh, let's get it. Driving. So I've been.
Yeah, and even if I'm on my knees, and there's times I'm on my knees like this, I'm still actively like, here's what I'm doing. My knees are on the ground, but here's the difference. Like my weight's carrying my knees. Okay, so here I am, on my weight's on my knees. My knees aren't going to leave the ground. What I do is I try to pull them up.
I feel the difference.
Right. So I actually push my flat on my feet down to the mat and pull my knees up, and they're still touching, but it actually drives my chest down. It just adds it, right? Other than that, right? So I'm always trying to make it so that there's pressure into your chest.
So your feet are elevating your knees and spring your chest. That makes sense.
Yeah, and my knees are still touching, right? I mean, I guess I can bring them up now, but it's like, then it ends up being a real muscle, like, this is just a little thing.
This is an increased pressure, I think.
Yeah. And then I'll slide up, and then I'll do this, right? And I keep my hip off the ground.
It's on this foot.
Right. Right. People don't like it, and I drive in. Right. And I get it, a nice little arm. Right. This is now by nice little arm. It's tough for you to fight. You lost inside control, right? This is no good. This sucks. And then I get this. Right. Or this. Right. So, it's like, it's always there. It's just because people don't like the pressure. Right? And it's just, getting this arm isolated on the arm, this is just a problem.
This is what I feel. I do want to push myself, but I don't because I bring my elbows up too high. I can't frame hard enough. So I don't know if I have to go here and start shimmying, but because you got such a great overload.
Yeah, here's the deal. People try to hold like this. All you do is just take it, flare your back, and get back here. I don't know if you can see it. Like, all you do is just do that. You just flare it up like that. So now, I just flare it. So now,
I do that from back control.
So now it keeps it so that it's hard for you to, right? And I'm not using all my bicep strength to burning out my riding. Like I can kind of push my shoulder in here too, and I'm chin, but I just flare this up like this, and then this helps keep you from bridging. And it doesn't take a lot of attention on my muscles, right? It's like using the back to I'm just lifting the back.
So when you get this, and let's say you start losing this 5-0 grip over here.
Like I'm doing.
Yeah, but so let's just say for some reason I don't get this. Flare this up.
Oh yeah, like that.
Look, I'm just as stuck because you got my shoulder. It's just as effective as doing that 5-0 grip. It's an underhook. And where am I going with it? I can't go anywhere with it.
And then you go back to it. Yeah. And then crunch it.
Yeah, so and you'll feel that as you start to steep into your underhook side. So when I go from here, oh shit, I'm losing this, I can't get here. I just go up to here. And if you try to.
It's tough.
Yeah. Where people do this, that gives you the energy. Right?
Yeah.
But if I flare up, drag you down.
It cracks my arm. It's as effective as like if you're really deep and you get the opposite lapel in deep.
It's almost,
Because this keeps me from getting my back down.
I'm getting this elbow in deep.
Yeah, that's
It's almost as good as doing this, but I'm flaring it out.
Why do you do that?
I tend to lose it.
It's like what's that? That's a half.
So if you start flattening out, I can never get that far.
Oh, I see.
I can't get that far because my arms are a little shorter and thicker. So what I'll do is I'll push the hips down and flare my hand out. And then even if you start using the hips, I keep that flared up. I'll go to the half next.
Oh, that's good. And then you can wrap it.
Then I can just come back up.
And then you can. That's good.
Yeah. So
that's good too.
So I was trying to tell people it's not the seat up that's keeping the back, it's the elbow control. Just like in a body lock. I tell people, get the underhook and drive that elbow in the clavicle. Because I can let go of both hands and still maintain control. My hands are willing to work. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what. What time do you have to go?
I'm good. I'm good till sometime after 10. Yes, you showed me that.
Dude, that's why I was laughing. As soon as I got stuck in that position, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna fight out. I'm gonna fight. I was like, yeah.
Yes, you showed me that.
It felt way more efficient. You were just waiting for you to go where you needed to be. Just like this controls your side control of that head and arm position and mount. That back felt less effort for you.
What's this high called?
Well, I think when we just went here.
No, when it's when you go behind your head and then grab it.
Show me. This is different.
Yeah, that's it. Different. Dude, that makes taking me back way easier.
So easy. You go to a lot of places from that. But
Hip wrap on bars, yeah. No, I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
For a second.
But even with what I felt with you is you let off on the pressure and position to let me rotate it in. And I was fucked either way. Could I let you go to mount to finish me or expose my back for you to finish me? You know what I mean? It was such a good controlled progression.
You showed that. That worked. I was going for the head and arm sit up.
Yeah.
But once I had this hip wrap, right, once I did this, then it's easy. It's much easier.
Yeah.
You can almost always take it back.
I'd say 80 to 90% of people, I'll give them the gift wrap here. Because they start emphasizing on this wrist control, and they forget about the elbow. And all I need is that to start sleeping. Oh, that's really good.
But you didn't give me any space.
No.
So I went to here going, oh fuck.
You don't know. Once I do it, also I'll do this and I got my own.
So I want you to look at your thumb here. You don't need this thumb. Let's say that thumb. You see the difference? There's no advantage to using that thumb there. You're overlooking you from going that way. But if you put your thumb back in, you're actually creating the opening for me. So put your thumb back in. Yeah. So now that we analyze that, I want you to start thinking of that knee hook type of thing, like can push my leg into it. And I'm trying to get your elbow up, but you give me any space. And I knew I was fucked. All I want is that elbow.
I'm also grabbing my own arm and pinching it.
That's what I mean. I'm waiting for you to get this
Nice
difference.
switch. Beautiful, yeah. In the crunch. I'm going over.
With this one, if you can focus on tucking this foot behind, you can almost get
Yeah,
around that.
I have to remember that. That's true. I didn't do that. I forgot that step.
It adds an extra connection to your frame
Yeah, it's good.
and your structure, and your foot floating out there doesn't give you any advantage.
That's good.
But you can still make the connection with the foot and your knee flares.
It's great.
I didn't like feeling it, but I like it for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
For sure.
sorry.
Sorry about that. You're good. We're all good.
Not very stuck.
Why do you do that with that arm? Because you're going to lose it every time.
Well,
Because I step over like this.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm hoping that you posture right. That you're not posturing up. Some people, when they
You
do this,
cannot ever do this. You can never do this. This position right here is down.
so I don't have, and I'm not defending. I'm just saying, here I don't have anything. I don't want to clean on you. I can't frame without giving that number.
Come underneath my armpit.
Here I feel like I'm getting.
Grab my armpit.
So
Yes, that's what you do.
So from here, I feel like all you have to do is
Now
grab
I'm
my
in the
elbow. So what other people might do, when I go here, it gives me just enough time to think, what the hell is he doing? They give me space on their chest. They lift their chest up just enough. And then I go back into this.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what I want.
Yeah, but then the guy just is going to do this.
And then I step into that. All the higher, like black belts.
Isn't it still terrible?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. All the black belts catch me with this, whereas with the lower belts, I can get here. Once they feel this extension, then I go back into this.
Yeah, that's good.
But this doesn't do it for me. So let's get back in this position. I'm here. I feel like I can't frame, and I can't get into here well enough because you're taking all the space. So I'm thinking, I can't hook here. I can't go into your chin. I can't move my elbow out because now my elbow is exposed. So the only thing I'm trying to do is keep my elbow in tight, hoping you'll adjust. I can't get in there.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's not working.
It's just not working. Yeah, it's a shitty spot.
If my elbow gets compromised.
Good for me. Yeah.
So you're trying to think what you're doing.
You go underneath here, and then I windshield wipe on my.
I grab my and I'm trying to extend this to the back. And you're just,
I windshield wiper and trap that on, like that. Get your shin over, like the ankle bone, like your ankle, like that. And now curl your feet up over on my tricep. Yes, there you go. And then you lean your weight onto me this way. Yeah. Okay, this sucks. This sucks. Okay, so that's a problem. And now you've got the underhook, and that's a problem. And now I'm here. And if I extend it down here, yeah, and if I extend it down here and grab my leg, right, you're just going to reach over and trap it like you're going for a Kimura.
so I'm trying to extend, looks like I put my leg down, bringing my knee down, hide that elbow. But it's not doing anything
And
against
then you try to come in here.
Yeah, so what you end up doing is this.
I put all my weight on it, and then I let go of that and wrap it with that.
And you just
No, wrap it with the outside arm. Step over, wrap it like around my elbow, like they're going to do an arm bar. No, on the outside, way down, like this. Like this, I'm doing it like this. I have this in the hook. Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm not doing that what I told you.
There are
I know I'm doing this.
there are not doing that.
And then I'll reach up and grab it, right? Right, so I'm more like doing this.
Talk about time here, because I know this is the service.
So I cross my weight on where I step over, and then I lean in. It's just tough. Yeah. It's just, that just sucks. It's not that. Okay, do it to me. This is the problem. This sucks. This is terrible. Dude, this is terrible. What do I do? Hang on just a second. This is a problem right here. Well, I can tell you right now that I have to just jump. I have to actually get my elbow out. If you guys look good.
This is what you're doing.
Oh, God damn it.
So I'm stuck, and I know I'm stuck. So,
This is fucked.
yeah, I'm not getting anywhere.
That's fucked.
I was being nice with the foot, that's where everybody steps over. Once I know they step over,
Dude, I literally just completely had it. You can never get there.
I can't let you get there, that's the problem. You're gonna go there, I gotta stop you from getting there. Like, how do I avoid we're gonna check?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Alright.
Hey, just see my now or something.
go back to another, like I got maybe next week.
Cool.
So I'll see you next week for sure.
For sure, bro. And like I tell everybody, whenever you can make it is fucking, it's always a blessing.